we've got the Smith Wesson M&P 22 Magnum here, and what I basically want to do today is we're going to do a breakdown of this thing, a field strip, and a cleaning video. We've got a little over 200 rounds on this right now. We've shot CCI Maxi Mags, Norma 40 grain hollow points, and we've also shot Winchester varmint rounds through it. Want to see how dirty it is after a couple hundred rounds. We'll kind of look at some wear marks. I want to show you guys what the tempo barrel system looks like. Just kind of give you an idea of what it looks like after having a couple hundred rounds shot through it. Now this gun is clear and there's no mag in it. First thing you got to do on these, if you look right here, you've got this point that you need to back this up. So you're going to have to pull your slide back about 1/4 of an inch, and then the best way I've found to do it is hold it right here and flip it over. And we're going to grab a small punch and we are going to push out the takedown lever. There, came right out. It's got to be lined up perfect or you're not going to get it to drop. Okay, and then what you want to do is just kind of act like you're going to rack it and pull forward, and it will come right apart. Alright, so looking inside the frame, we're pretty clean back here. We do have some shavings down in here. Looks like some brass from the ammo. And we got a little bit right here at the top of the mag well going down into the frame. Now, the slide, to remove the spring, just push forward on that, and that comes right out, and it is captured, so you don't have to worry about a spring going flying on you. And to remove the barrel, just move it forward a little bit, pull up, and pull back, and the barrel comes out. So we're pretty nasty through here, so we're going to get a nylon brush and we're going to brush this out real good with some CLP. Alright, now the cleaner I'm going to be using is the Breakthrough Clean All-in-One CLP. And I've got a newer brush now. The old one was getting pretty nasty. We're just going to spray a little lubricant on here. And what I want to do is get in here and just wipe all this down real good. And I'm going to come in from the front. And we're going to get up in here. And then we're going to come down in here and hit this, and I'm going to wipe all this down real good, and let's just let this sit for a little bit. And let's grab our frame, and I'm going to hit this where we're getting those shavings, and let's get in here, get that stuff all knocked loose. I want to get these rails real good. I want to get a little bit of lubricant on those rails. And I'm going to take this small side and work our way back here because we still have a little bit of that brass shavings there. That's looking pretty good. Alright, let's let this sit for a sec. Alright, so let's get into this tempo barrel system because this is something a little different. This is the first gun that I have with anything like this on it. So your actual barrel is right here. Now you pull that straight out and we look down in here, and this is basically like a barrel inside of a barrel. It will only go back in there one way, so if you try to put it in like that, or it's not going to work. You have to get it turned exactly the right way, and you've got this very small feed ramp right here on that barrel, so it doesn't actually look too bad down in there. We'll clean that out, but we're definitely getting some carbon buildup here. So what I want to do with this, let's move these parts out of the way. We're going to hit this with the Breakthrough Clean military grade solvent. So what I want to do is, we're just going to kind of spray this down, and we're going to let that sit. I'm going to let that break that carbon down. Alright, while we're letting that soak, we are going to grab our Breakthrough Clean 22 caliber bore snake here and get this unwound. Well, this is for a 22 rifle, so it's longer, but we're going to go ahead and start that in there and get this inside. And what I want to do is take some of this CLP and we're going to spray right in between our two brushes here, and I want to pull this through 3 times. Now it pulls real easy through there. It's not super tight like a lot of the 22 caliber bore snakes that are out there, but get this through 3 times. And there we go. Let's set this back there, and I'm going to look down in here. Alright, we're nice and clean in there now. So I'm going to take a rag and wipe this down now. That solvent's had plenty of time to work. Alright. Now, being that we used that solvent on here, what I want to do now is I want to take a little bit of CLP on this and wipe it down real good, because I want to have a little bit of lubricant on here. Alright, so our barrel looks good as new now. Now on this, what I want to do is we're going to take the outside, hit this with a little bit of CLP, and I just want to wipe this down real good. That way we've got a thin coat of that CLP on here. And I want to get just a little bit through here. Now, I don't want to run a bristle brush or a bore snake through here, so let me grab what I'm going to use on this and show you how I'm going to clean the inside of the sleeve for the barrel. Alright, what I'm going to do for the sleeve here is we're going to put a little bit of CLP on this patch, and I'm going to run this through there. Alright, so we got some carbon in there. Keep pushing this through. It's not bad though. Thought it would be worse. Okay. Right now what I want to do is take a dry, clean patch here. We're going to work out through there, because we don't want a ton of lubricant in there, because our rimfire is dirty enough. So alright, that should do it. That's pretty clean. Alright, now when you take this barrel and you go to put it back in there, like I said, it can only go in one way. So as long as you're looking at it and you got that feed ramp down, it will drop right in there. Now our spring looks pretty good. So I'm just actually going to take this cloth, and wipe it down. And I'd say we're good on this, so we're going to set this off to the side. And we're going to go back to our slide here, and I want to take this cloth and we're just going to wipe everything down. And whatever we can't get to, we'll get with a Q-tip. Alright, so let's set that like that. We're going to take a Q-tip and we're we're going to get down in here because we cannot get in there with the rag. And we're going to do the same thing here. Let's get inside these rails. Go in the front, grab whatever we can there. So alright, that's looking really good. Last thing I'm going to do is take our air compressor here and we're going to blow anything out. Alright, real happy with how everything looks. I don't see any crazy wear or anything like that. Now we're going to take the frame and I want to do the same thing. Let's wipe down everything that we can get with this, and I'll take a clean Q-tip. I want to get in here real good. Back here. Alright, that all looks pretty good. Now we got a little bit of shavings right here. Get those out of there. Alright, the magwell looks really good. We're not even going to mess with that. Alright, now while we have this part, I want to show you the internal hammer system here. So there is your hammer. Pull the trigger on it and you can see where that comes up. Now that has to be back when you go to put the slide in. So just wanted to show you that internal hammer. Alright, we're going to take the barrel, drop that back in, and we're going to take our spring. It's a very light spring, so it's super easy to put back in, and that's what you're going to look like when it gets put back together. Alright, now the last thing I want to do is we're going to take our Breakthrough Clean. This is the HP Pro Battle-Born Oil, and I just want to put a drop on our rails. I'm going to do that on both sides. Okay. And we are going to put our slide back on. Alright. And we got to do the same thing. So we're going to line that back up. And we're going to take our and that's all there is to putting that back together. Alright, so we're clear. Check our function. Alright. I haven't shown you guys this trigger, so it's got a really nice reset. And we are back together. Now, just going to take a rag. And we're going to wipe this down real good. And the only other thing we got to do now is we got to get our optic clean. Alright, so I'm just going to use these Optics 55 pre-moistened lens wipes. I just get these off Amazon, get a big box of them. And we're going to wipe our lens down real good. And before you do that, always check and make sure there's not any shavings or debris on your lens, because you don't want to scratch it. And we're going to go in here and do the same thing. Wipe this out real good. Alright, and then I want to take a cloth. This has just come out of the dryer, so you don't want any oil or anything on that lens. and I just like to buff that lens off real good. And just get in there and clean it, and then just look through it and make sure you don't have any spots or anything on it. And there it is. We got a clean gun, and we are ready to go back to the range. So I just basically wanted to show you guys what that barrel system looked like. And if you label it a cleaning video, you're good to go. You can take a gun apart, show it on YouTube, show how to clean it. We got a little bit of oil running down our trigger here. Get in there and wipe that off. And we're good to go. So that is the breakdown cleaning tempo barrel video. Just wanted to show you guys what it looks like on the inside. Didn't look like we were really getting many wear marks on it. And we'll get it back out to the range and make another video. In the next video, I'm going to show you guys how to take the mags apart and how I clean these. And show you how easy they are to disassemble and assemble. These aren't that bad, to be honest with you. So we'll do that in the next video. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.